Hello, let me introduce myself. I'm Tracey Stidham with State Farm Insurance. I'm located in the South Square area in Durham, North Carolina on Shannon Road. With me and my 5 team members that I have, we're here to provide you with exceptional customer service, providing you with 120 products, doing that hopefully to meet all your financial and insurance needs. We want you to feel right at home when you come into our office here. So if you stop by on a Friday, you'll get our fresh baked cookies and a warm steaming hot cup of coffee. So we look forward to meeting you there. Now, we're off to purchasing our first home. So there's a lot of information that you want to make sure that you cover. And probably one thing I want to clear up at the beginning when we're talking about values of home. There's 3 important values that you're going to be discussing during this process. You have your market value, what you're willing to pay for a home is your market value. And then you have the appraised value. That's what the bank is willing to loan you. When it comes to insurance, we talk about replacement cost value. And that's the important one. That's the one I want to talk into more detail about. Replacement cost is basically what it would cost if your home burned all the way down to the ground. What would it cost to rebuild it exactly the way it was? Here at State Farm, it's called a replacement cost estimator by asking some questions such as square footage, how many bedrooms you have, what the interior looks like, the exterior, that detailed. We can come up with a good estimate when it comes to replacement costs. That is the value that we will use when it comes to quoting your premium. Now this value can be higher or lower than the market value or the appraised value. Now one thing that the bank is going to require is that the insurance cover the amount of the loan. What I would like to do is to go through an actual insurance homeowner's quote. So if we go down here, Harry homeowner, he's looking at purchasing a home with a replacement cost of $300,000. So that's the actual dwelling or coverage A on that. If it burned down, that means State Farm would actually have $300,000 to rebuild that home back to the way it was. Now underneath coverage A, you'll see specified additional amount of coverage A for $75,000. That is something we include automatically in our insurance if, say, Harry homeowner decides he wants to add on a screened-in porch on the back. And I didn't know about this additional piece of property that he added on, but the insurance is there to make sure if it does burn down that he would have an additional $75,000 covering that. The third item is coverage B, which is other structures. This is detached structures, a shed, a detached garage, anything detached, so that you would have automatically built into the policy $30,000 covering that amount. The next item on there is your personal property. This is all your things. If you think about all your clothes, all your furniture, all your personal belongings, and you would have automatically built in $210,000 worth of coverage. Next item is the personal liability. I quoted $1 million. This is very good coverage to have. It's very inexpensive. You can see $1 million costs $16 a year. This will cover you if you're involved in a lawsuit because the UPS man came onto your property, tripped and fell, and he said your sidewalk was uneven. You would be found negligent, but you'd have $1 million on coverage on that. Next would be medical payments. What medical payments would cover would be someone that is visiting your home. So this is not anyone that actually lives in the home. This is $1,000. The easiest way to describe this would be another example. One of your children has a friend over and they're horsing around and they end up cutting themselves. Stitches, you take them to the emergency room, get the stitches repaired, $1,000. Yes, most probably the parents of that child have health insurance. However, it's good to be able to offer that to keep that good neighbor feeling. Next item is credit card, bank card, and forgery. Automatically built into the policy is $500. Damage to property of others, you have $1,000. I can give you a personal example of that. When my dog he actually got pinned into a room. He decided he was going to eat the windows. And it was a couple thousand, but at least I had $1,000 that property damage to the other. The most common one that we hear is you're mowing your lawn and you run over a rock and it flies and hits the neighbor's car. Loss of use is the next item. Your home's burned down, where are you going to live? What are you going to do? Where's your clothes? What are you going to do for food? Everything. So you've got $60,000. We can get a roof over your head, for how many months it'll take until we get your home back to the way it was. We can get food in your belly, we can get clothes in your back for your whole entire family. Now we go into the deductibles area. You can see off to the side there too, there's $250 savings by having a high deductible. So I quoted a $2,500 deductible. But let's talk about what a deductible is. We've got these high pines in Durham, North Carolina here. So say one of those pines falls on a house, boom, you got $10,000 worth of damage. You actually would pay the first $2,500, then State Farm would pay for the remaining $7,500. The next deductible that's on here is for backup of sewer and drain. But we have children that like to put cell phones that are still on down toilets. That would actually be handled under backup of sewer and drain, and you have a $250 deductible on that. We do have some discounts that I want to talk about. That's our next section here. The first one, if you've been with State Farm for any length of time, you actually get a discount up to, the maximum amount is 9 years. As you can see, it's $23 that you save on here. If you have a security system, this has to be monitored either by the police department or the actual security location. We can save you some money there, and you can see it's $80. Home auto discount. Say you have 4 autos, you've got a nice home, you can save some money on your home, but more importantly, each one of those autos, you can see it's $54 on the home that you're saving. And then the last thing, because this one is a 2009, it was built recently, you're saving $115. Let's quickly talk about some endorsements. Some of these are limitations. We can extend these by an extra cost, but these are built in. Jewelry and fur, you have up to $1,500 coverage on there. Business property, you do have a limit of $2,500 on the premises. You have ordinance or law increase coverage. In this case, I illustrated 10%. What this would cover, let me give you an example. Your home was built in 1950. Since 1950, code has changed probably 10 times when it comes to electrical. So therefore, since then, you want to make sure everything is done up to code, and it's going to cost more to do that. So that additional coverage is built into the policy. You have loss assessment coverage on here. A lot of homes have homeowner associations. Guess what? You're not living there for 6 months while your home is being rebuilt. You've got $1,000. Up to $1,000. We have identity restoration coverage. What this will cover, say your purse is stolen. Your identity is actually stolen. When this actually kicks in is when someone attempts to use your Social Security number. Inflation guard, which is very, very important. Every year as replacement costs go up, your coverage on this policy will continue to go up accordingly. Then you see we've got a total annual premium of $486 or a monthly premium. Just a couple more points I wanted to talk about. We covered if you lose your home for a total loss. What if someone dies? So you die or your spouse dies. What if you lose your job? Or what if you're in an automobile accident? Those are 3 additional ways you can lose this #1 asset. So we want to make sure we can cover you for those. And at State Farm, we can provide that for you too. We have mortgage, life insurance. We also have mortgage disability. So we want to take care of the whole package, not just the home insurance for you. That's about it when it comes to purchasing your home. I wish you good luck during this wonderful, wonderful time. Thank you.